Hi everyone, and welcome to our Permanent Collection Spotlight. In this video, we will spotlight a chromogenic photograph in our collection by Barbara Lee Black. Barbara Lee Black is a photographer and ephemeral sculptor. She has a Master of Fine Arts degree in studio art with a concentration in fine art photography from the University of Alabama. She is based in Gordo, Alabama, where she helped create a rural studio movement with the Crossroads Arts Alliance. She uses a large format camera with Fuji Chrome transparency film. Later, her photographs are printed on ilfochrome or chromogenic print material. And in addition to working as an artist, she is an arts educator, teaching digital media and photography at the University of Alabama from 2009 to 2018. We are excited to present Barbara Lee Black. Please listen as she speaks about her work in WMA's collection.
Well, the piece that is in your collection there in Dothan at the Wiregrass Museum is Mrs. M. And I think it was part of a biennial show, and then the museum was very generous and wanted to purchase it for its permanent collection. And so the Wiregrass Museum has always been very supportive of my work, and I was just very honored when they wanted to add it there to their permanent collection. So Madam M is part of, it's part of a larger body of work that I've been kind of working on for many years, that it takes animal and human juxtapositions to create and traverse these boundaries between what it means to be human, what it means to be animal, and because we are both, really, we might call ourselves human, but we have an animal body, and so it kind of takes us back to that real part of ourselves that is, very in our memory, right? It's kind of traversing back, and the photograph takes us into this other world of myths and suggests something when you look at it that is that really real? Is that little mouse head really on this figurine? So you have the figurine that kind of symbolizes being human. And then, of course, the wild animal part of ourselves that's, this in-between, oscillating between becoming human, becoming animal. It's a kind of a hybrid creature that distorts and unsettles our notion of identity in that both in human and in animal. So for me, in the piece, I like to think of my photographs really as sculptures. They're ephemeral sculptures because some of my work does incorporate more organic subject matter, whether it's the little mouse, and that, through a process of time decays, but the photograph gives us an opportunity to capture a very transient moment. So the sculpture is composed of this porcelain figurine, of course, the mouse, the glass eye, the beans, the crocheted yarn, scrap metal, it all put together in a very kind of aesthetic sense. For me, the still life in art is really more than a simple arrangement of flowers in a vase or a bowl of fruit on a table. You see a lot of that. And so for me, the still life is also a form of storytelling. So, by arranging these objects in a context that's not their familiar context that you would see, it produces a narrative that the viewer can construct or imagine. It really draws upon myths, stories, fairy tales. That piece that you have in your collection is uh, photographed using a 4x5 camera with Fuji film. So it's not completely in our digital world right now. It's also transversing that because it was taken on film, but eventually drone scanned into a digital file and then printed using a laser that prints it on photographic paper. So it's not an inkjet print. It is a photographic process print photograph. And Fuji chrome, uh, and it's archival. So it's, to me, that was also very important because it really, the process really enhanced the color. It gave it the look that you would see on a computer almost, where the lights, illuminating from behind it.
Thanks so much for giving us, your time today. And I enjoyed talking to you, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on, Holly, and thank you to the Wiregrass Museum of Art in the community, art community there in the Dothan area. We appreciate what you're doing in southern part of Alabama.